The San Francisco 49ers are about to begin Phase 3 of their off-season workout program, which includes organized team activities, OTAs, 10 practice sessions where per NFL rules they are allowed to engage in 7-on-7, 9-on-7, or 11-on-11 team drills, as well as a mandatory 3-day mini-camp in June to draw a conclusion to off-season workouts. Phase 3 is the first time since the end of the 2017 regular season the 49ers will be allowed to go through team drills, and the last time until training camp begins in late July. There's only so much that can be gathered from OTAs, as coaches will be quick to tell you, because full contact is not allowed and players are not allowed to wear full padding. But even though players won't be going all out like they would once contact begins in training camp, there will certainly still be some news of note to come from OTAs, as well as some important storylines to follow. Here's a look at some storylines surrounding the 49ers at each position. Quarterback: how Jimmy Garoppolo looks will always be of interest, and no, we're not referring to how unfairly handsome he is on any given day or whether or not he's sporting a beard, although there will be those interested in that too. Garoppolo is in the middle of his first off-season with the 49ers, which is allowing him to start from scratch in terms of learning Kyle Shanahan's offense rather than learn on the fly like he did late last season. We'll be on the lookout for any highlights he might be a part of in the weeks ahead. Running back: hopefully we'll get a good idea of how things are starting out with new starter Jerick McKinnon, who signed on a 4-year, $30 million deal in free agency. Also of note will be the progress of 2017 fourth-round pick Joe Williams, who was on injured reserve last season, but needs to have a good showing from here on out to ensure a roster spot. Wide receiver: Pierre Garçon returns from a season-ending neck injury and will be continuing to get acclimated to Garoppolo. What will be of particular interest though is how rookie receivers Dante Pettis and Richie James look, and along those lines, how those who will be battling for a spot on the depth chart fare. There's not much mystery over who will be at the top of the depth chart this season, but past that we could be in for a fun battle once the preseason arrives. Tight end: the 49ers didn't do a whole lot here over the offseason and will be moving forward with George Kittle and Garrett Selleck as the top two tight ends once again. Cole Hikutini, an undrafted free agent in 2017 who saw his season come to an end due to injury, is the favorite to win the number 3 spot. Offensive line: plenty to keep an eye on here, where there will be new faces and competition almost across the board. It starts at right tackle with first-round pick Mike McGlinchey, who appears to be heading towards a starting spot after the 49ers traded away Trent Brown. OTAs will also provide an early look at free agent center Weston Richburg, and how things are shaping up at guard between Laken Tomlinson, Jonathan Cooper, Eric Magnuson, and the new and improved slimmed-down Joshua Garnett. Defensive line: the big question here in come training camp will be how things look at the Leo position, an area the 49ers didn't address nearly as much this offseason as most thought they would. Maybe OTAs will give more of an idea of the players the 49ers are planning on focusing on there. It might also provide a glimpse at the progress of 2017 first-round pick Solomon Thomas, as well as how Arik Armstead looks after minor off-season foot surgery. Linebacker: the Reuben Foster case has taken so many wild twists and turns that it doesn't seem out of the question anymore that he'll be out on the field before OTAs conclude. That in itself would be extremely interesting. But there's plenty to watch beyond that, with new faces to keep an eye on in Fred Warner and Corey Toomer, and how everything stacks up depth-wise. Cornerback: the obvious storyline here is how Richard Sherman is progressing health-wise and if he'll see the field before the end of workouts. It seems based on video of him running this week and updates from the man himself that he's making good progress, although it also wouldn't be a surprise if not much is seen from him before training camp. There's also a lot to keep an eye past Sherman, as Jimmy Ward gets looks at corner and 2 draft picks, Tarvarius Moore and DJ Reed, as well as undrafted free agent Tarvarius McFadden look to fit in. Safety, there's no mystery over who's in the starting lineup in the moment, Adrian Colbert, Jack Whiskey Tart. The depth behind them is yet to be finalized. We'd get a better idea of how that looks in the weeks ahead. Special teams, the competition in the area of return specialists could be very interesting to watch come preseason, and perhaps we'll find out who the main men will be once that competition begins. Last year's return specialists, Trent Taylor and Victor Bolden, will have plenty of company this year. Rookies Richie James, Dante Pettis, and DJ Reed all could get looks in one way or another. Pettis obviously will at punt returner after returning 9 of them for touchdowns in college. 49ers OTA sessions will take place May 21st, May 22nd, May 24th, May 29th, May 30th, June 1st, June 4th, June 5th, and June 7th. Mandatory minicamp will take place June 12th through June 14th before the team breaks for the summer.